I'd like to call the meeting to order. The first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the August 16th and 20th meetings. Do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Thank you. The next item is a request from Stephen Walker filed an application for an administrative appeal pursuant to KRS 100.257, 100.261, and 100.263. As I understand it, that motion has, or that appeal has been rescinded at this time.
Yeah, I apologize not getting that out to you, but we got it yesterday afternoon through correspondence to his legal counsel, so it was withdrawn formally at this point.
Okay. So the next thing we have is we have no old business. In new business, we have to approve a 2019 meeting schedule.
Yep.
It is in your packet about closer to the back.
Closer to the back. Yep.
Look at the dates and just put them in your calendar so that you'll,
Well, before you guys vote on that,
Okay.
had a couple of suggestions. This is the typical meeting schedule where you guys would meet at this time slot, third Thursday, 10 o'clock. David Anderson called me yesterday, said he couldn't attend this. Not a very good time frame for him, and asked if you guys would consider maybe some adjustments to the schedule. I mean, you guys really can do whatever you want with the schedule and the bylaws we've set up where you guys approve this for the next year, same as the Planning Commission. And I want to point out the Planning Commission has done a pretty major swap at their last meeting. They're no longer going to meet on the first Wednesdays. They're moving to the end of the month for a couple different reasons. It'll give them some better financial reporting, closes the window on their financial reporting review. So they're going to go to the fourth week, which really doesn't impact you guys that much, but it does open up some opportunities if you guys wanted to get off the third week, stay on the Thursday and go first Thursday or second Thursday or whatever. But I think David's suggestion was more, would you all consider moving into the afternoon or something that would fit
is he
his schedule?
talking afternoon or evening?
It's whatever you guys would want to do.
And what was David wanting? That was my question.
Nothing particular. He just said this time's not going to work. Thursdays really don't work at this time. If you were to go to pick up that open Wednesday slot, the mornings might work. But he said if you stayed on Thursdays, afternoons would be better. It opens up the kind of that issue we had before. We don't have a ton of cases, as you guys know. You guys haven't met since August, I don't think. If we have big crowds, I thought it was pretty neat. We had an afternoon meeting on that last one, but it's whatever you guys want.
Doesn't matter to me. I mean, I'm retired.
It's whatever works for you guys, what day and whatever time. This is the opportunity to set it for the year, and we'll go with whatever you guys want.
Well, I would think that if we're going to make a change, that we do need to consider the public, because as that last time, so many people are working, and if they want to come and present, they can't. And I think that's important, because at any given time, somebody on the board can have a conflict, and
Sure.
I think that needs to be addressed when they come on the board.
I think traditionally, if you guys hear a variance request, pretty cookie cutter. It's usually an applicant, a developer, surveyor. When we traditionally have conditional use requests, they bring out neighbors, as you guys know. So it really comes down to the type of request. You guys only really hear three types of things. So it's really whatever y'all want, best for you, or whatever you feels right. We probably do need to stay on the Wednesdays or Thursdays, because I know we have this room. But
Wednesdays may not be good because so many of the people go to church on Wednesday evenings.
If you were to pick evenings, Wednesday's
public.
not probably a good idea.
Right.
Wednesdays are open though, since the Planning Commission has shifted off the first one. Thursdays traditionally has been your all's day, and Thursdays work well. It's whatever you guys want. It was just a suggestion from Dr. Anderson, and
Well,
whatever y'all want.
Dr. Miles is still working also. It's to some degree. What do you suggest? I mean, I'm retired. I don't care.
I'd rather have daytime than evening.
I like daytime better, but that's just,
Morning, afternoon, day of the week is all fine.
that's just because I'm getting old and don't like to be out at night in the bad weather.
And the way we did last time, when we kind of knew we had a request and situation, we went ahead and adjusted that time based on the phone calls that we got, actually, so.
And I have no problem with that, but the problem is there, if we didn't know that ahead of time, that could be an issue.
Could be. You guys did a good job with
We
that one.
didn't know it ahead of time.
Well, we knew, when we set that meeting though, we had a little bit of warning there. We didn't know.
But then we reset it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Well, right now,
I'm
the paper.
wondering if we had it in later afternoon, if we did have the public that wanted to attend, if it was easier for them to get here, that they could
No,
take off work
I think,
early,
I think
or
for the
don't know.
public, you guys are always gonna have to hit that 5, 6 o'clock
I do
range
too.
to really accommodate the public truthfully.
Probably
You're
not
never
even
gonna get it,
5.
you're
I
never
think-
gonna solve that issue meeting any time between 8 and 5.
Okay.
I think what we did moving it to 5
So
was
we
really
can
good.
always make that
Yeah.
change. Okay.
But it's wherever you guys want.
That was for our second meeting. We-
Thursday afternoon won't
Right.
work in my situation
Okay.
because of our HOA. I have to preside at an HOA meeting at 4 PM, so on that particular third Thursday. So, but anytime during the day, Wednesday or Thursday would be excellent.
If we wanted to move it to Wednesday, that would not bother me, if that helped David. That wouldn't concern me at all, but
Wednesday mornings are probably, well, I could do later. By 10, I guess I could do it, because I have an appointment at
Jesse?
8:30.
Or we could just leave it on this time slot for the time being, and we could adjust later on if y'all need to, but this is our time right now, 10 o'clock on the third Thursdays.
Well, that doesn't help.
David.
That doesn't help David.
Doesn't help him.
Could we go to
And
Wednesday on the third Wednesdays? Would that bother anybody? The third Wednesday instead of Thursday.
Won't bother me,
At 10, 10:30.
leave it at 10 works, if you guys like it.
On Wednesdays.
Planning Commission meets at 9, and normally Lisa and I aren't even awake by then, so we like 10 o'clock.
10's better.
We've already drank a
10's
cup of
better.
coffee or
I'm not a
two.
morning person.
Yeah.
I'm not a morning person. Dr. Bowles, will Wednesday mornings work for you? Okay.
So we'll just move it to the third Wednesday, and we'll leave it at 10 o'clock. And I'll adjust all these dates, and then we'll get it on the website tomorrow.
You might send us an email too.
I will, and I'll send you guys a copy. I'll adjust the whole thing and shift them all. The filing deadlines are exactly 3 weeks prior for applicants, and we'll get this on the website.
Okay. The other thing we have is the training hours. It's the last 2 sheets of your packet. How many do we have to have, Dave?
Okay.
Steve?
This was just an update, and I put it in your packet. You guys are required to have 8 every 2 consecutive years. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Like Alex just reminded us Wednesday morning, 9:30, DAHB.
Is on the third Wednesday?
Yes. Yeah.
At 9:30. Okay.
That's not gonna work.
So the
good.
planning commission was on first, technical reviews on second, but we're in the other room, DHB, so the historic board's in here on the third. Guess we have to stick with the Thursday,
Later in the day.
or later
Or
in
go
the
to
day.
the fourth Wednesday, we could do that. Or is that too late?
No, no.
I mean, that would be a possibility.
Let's
Would the
double-
fourth Wednesday of the month work for
Let's double
everyone?
check with Alex on that.
Jesse?
Okay, that's what I was
Fourth Wednesday?
wondering.
Oh, the fourth Wednesday is the planning commission. I guess we're back to Thursdays. Maybe we just need to leave it alone and address it.
That's what makes it, or you guys maybe could adjust the time if you thought, but he's struggling with mornings on Thursday. For the time being, at least, something could change.
Well, let's see if we have very many cases. If we start having a lot, we may have to adjust it. Right now,
So let's just leave it like it
leave
is
like
then?
it is. Yeah. And we need to, we need a motion on that? or
Yeah, you
just-
guys formally are approving those times.
I need a motion to approve these dates as is in our packet.
I,
So moved. Second? Donna, second. All in favor?
I,
Okay. Any opposition? No. Okay, let's look at our training hours.
All right,
We-
and again, real quick, you guys got everybody's, this is the master list with the planning commissioners. You guys are on the second page, second and third, and the staff's on the last. You're required to have 8 hours, the statute says. It says from your appointment date every 2 consecutive years, and we talked about how those 2 years roll or not. The easiest way to police this thing kinda is just that we keep the things on there, and as we hit, for example, if you had one yesterday, we'd roll it off. And everything this way forward is 2 years, just keeps on moving. Every 2-year window, you guys are supposed to have 8 hours.
On the anniversary of when you was appointed.
Technically, and again, is that yearly or is that daily? It's just, it says 2 consecutive years in the statute, which they don't define how that's measured.
Right.
It's up to us to keep up with, you guys are all in pretty good shape, looking down through here.
Donna needs some
Dan
more.
just started,
And
and
yeah.
the statute
he
says
hasn't
within the first
corrected
180
mine.
days, you gotta have 4 hours, and Dan's got those. And then again, every 2 years, you gotta have at least 8 hours.
Jesse, you've got about 2 hours to go, and Mike has got about 3 hours to go.
Yep. You guys are doing a good job, and the staff, we've got plenty.
Be
And-
sure and go to the showroom when they have the pipeline training, because that's what, couple good hours?
Yeah.
Easy to get.
And several of us took advantage of the fact that the APA Kentucky was in Berea last year, so our chairman went, Preston was there, a couple of our planning commissioners, Lisa and I. That was a good opportunity for us to get a bunch of hours real quick, and we heard some good stuff. We'll keep you abreast of what, if we hear of any trainings. And again, some of you guys know you can read books, watch videos, a lot of these things qualify. So if you want some training opportunities, we can get you some online stuff too.
Yeah, I went over there the 2 days and had 11 and a half hours, so it's
Yeah.
easy. That was the whole 2 years training right there.
Yep.
And it was interesting, or
Yeah, we
most
had
of it,
a good time.
most of it.
And just, if you see anything was wrong, Donna saw 2 typos on hers. Hers actually is 8.5 hours. The showroom was left off of hers, and she did one here in January of 18 at the Rotary. So I fixed those, Donna. Yours are now 8.5 hours.
Thank you.
And I made those 2. So if you guys see anything on your appointment dates or your training that you think you went to, let us know. Because the way we were doing that, you guys were just emailing Jenny or sending her something, and then she'd put it on here. Another quick announcement, as you guys know, Jenny Holland has resigned from our staff a month or 2 ago, somewhere around there. Planning Commission decided to forge ahead with 2 people, so we're not going to replace that position. We're actually contracted with a bookkeeping firm. It's doing what 90% of what Jenny's job was financial. We now have a firm that's doing all that for about $395 a month. So it's a substantial cost savings to us and really solidifies our budget nice. But Lisa and I will be going forward just as a 2-person staff, full-time staff. Lisa will take over the boards, and we're going to adjust some code enforcement stuff and some other things. So this is the team right here. Neither one of us had a day off since we made this change, but we're not sure how we're going to do that yet, but we're working through it.
You don't need a day off.
There you go. There you go. So, no big deal there, but Lisa's your contact now for any board concerns. Packets are going out. We're working on them together, and hopefully hasn't missed anything. One more item. It's not on your agenda, but it was about the parking passes. It's not on your agenda, but it came up late. It's kind of under the announcements. Been talking with the city. The Planning Commission's had several long meetings, and you guys have had a couple. Been some parking issues, as you know, for some board members. Talked to Bridget and the city manager, and they've okayed to get you guys parking passes. You have a memo supposedly in front of you from Bridget and the parking department that tells you how you're supposed to use these passes. We've got passes with a specific number for your person. You can swap these from vehicle to vehicle, but they got to be hanging up there to, keep you from getting a parking ticket during these meetings. They're not good. They know when our meeting windows are, so Preston, if you try to use this down there by the plank on a Monday, might not work out for you or something. Or any of you guys, or down that end of town maybe. We got a sign-up sheet that you have to sign by your pass, and the city's gonna keep up with that, and then by chance, if someone's term expires or you resign, the pass has gotta go back. These things are, they're yours to keep in your vehicle.
They're for parking on the streets.
They're for the on-street parking, and the memo that you have right there also outlines what they need you to do. They really don't need folks parking, board members parking in the 15-minute parking out here. That is for mostly water customers that come and go all day. It's not for the staff parking for City Hall either in the back, but it's good for all the parking anywhere downtown, actually. Not just here, but anywhere that we have
So you
parking.
could park in the garage or out in front of the garage and
There you
walk.
go. And that is a pass for you, or any city lot. There's a couple city lots too that are kind of in some of these blocks, or any of the on-street parking.
Okay.
So as soon as the meeting's done here, we will get you to sign by your name, and we'll give you a pass with a number for each one of you guys. They did that for the Planning Commission and you, and our legal counsel, who's a no-show today. So,
But that's okay.
we didn't even get them, didn't we?
You didn't get one?
No, we get to park in the back.
I think you should park in the parking lot and walk to work.
Steve, do you have anything else?
Unless you guys have any announcements or anything you
Anybody?
guys want to mention.
Anyone? If not, I'll hear a motion to adjourn. Second?
Second.
All in favor? Any opposition? Okay.
No opposition.